Well, I found the creatures responsible for eating my lettuce starts. I don't know what they are, except they were just under the surface of the soil, and they ate my lettuce plants right down to the ground. There is literally nothing left of them, and they did it in about 2 nights. And I thought it was snails again, and it clearly wasn't. So anyway, I am going to dispatch them, which I just did, and I'll spare you the gory details. Those are navel oranges, and these are navel oranges and blossoms. As I said before, I've got a second batch of blossoms on this tree, and this tree went through a second blossom, and I don't know how much of this fruit's going to stay on here. It's already lost a bunch, but anyway, haven't done an update in a few days. I tried several times and kept getting distracted and had problems with the computer and phone. My little onion patch. This one still is not really catching on. And I just watered them, so if you see some standing water, it's not really standing, it's just soaking in. This one is just not catching on like these other two, and I'm feeding them the same way. So, not sure what's going on there. These are still laying over no matter what I do to them. And it doesn't, I've noticed some people saying that they're having the same problems. I'm getting a lot of growth out of the greens part, but I'm not getting much growth from the bulb itself, and I'm not really sure why. Garlic is slowly dying. Don't know what I'm doing wrong there. I'm getting this this edge of the leaf thing on this tomato plant. It is covered in little green tomatoes everywhere. But I went ahead and separated it from my other tomato plants. This is my cantaloupe plant, and it's just going crazy, and it's got blossoms all over it, and it's crawling up this little wire trellis as well as reaching the wall. My blackberry bush, or vine I should say, finally put out one little flower there, but it's growing pretty fast. I got another one. It's a different variety, but it's also thornless. I just got a really good deal on it, and it already had a bunch of berries on it. So my watermelon is doing really good. It found this trellis that's for these raspberries, and the raspberries don't want to have anything to do with the trellis. I've tried to wrap them up in it, and they don't like it. So potatoes, it seems like they're fighting back whatever was causing this. I cut all the leaves off, and this is the last one that I'm doing this to. I did it to all the other, and just cut them back to the stalks, and they seem to be coming back. All of this is new growth. This is all new growth. This is all new growth. But I'm pretty convinced this is some type of virus or... Oh, good, Mike. That was perfect. Well, I'm leaving that on the tape. I'm convinced this is not a deficiency, but this is some kind of virus or something that way. So, but I already pulled up the other potato plants, and I did have some potatoes in there. They weren't really big, but they were definitely edible. I mean, they were more than edible. They were fine. The red ones especially were very good. My favorite tomato plant in the whole world is also having this same problem where the leaves start wilting. It goes all the way back to the vine and just kind of craters. The whole thing craters. So I trimmed this one way back, just left the leaves that look okay, and now some of them are starting to do the same thing. So I'm thinking that this is either that they don't like something that I'm feeding them, or there's a virus going on here. This is the that Italian plum, and these are finally ripening up. I've got a couple on here that I probably could pick today, but I'm going to let them stay on there for another day or two. Didn't talk about this. I broke down and bought some flowers, and I'll address that at another time, but I'll show you. I bought some flowers, and I'll explain on another video why I did that. And here's some more right here. I've got a lot of jalapeno peppers. I went ahead and picked the other peppers I had on my my pepper plants over there. Here's some more flowers, lettuce, peas, and beans. Watermelon plant over there, Swiss chard. Almond tree, my apple tree, which I had to stake because these apples were pulling these grafts over so far. It was starting to scare me a little bit, so I just kind of shored them up with these two big poles. So, and it seems to be doing better. Just having a little bit of support. This graft, of course, did not put any fruit on, and it has not put out anything below this section right here, which that bothers me a little bit. But let's see. Caracara was covered in fruit, and now all I have is this one orange right here. That's it. Everything else is falling off, except for these little tiny ones, and I'm sure they're going to fall off too. The Page Mandarin here does have some fruit on it. I expect to get maybe 3 or 4 that'll make it till November, December. I bought a couple of new tomato plants to take the places of the ones that are petering out on me. I've got another one further down here, and then I've got a couple new patio tomatoes that I'll show you in a second. Here's the Park Swapper. Finally got some tomatoes that are ripening up on it. Here's the other Sun Gold. and it's got this same, browning at the tips thing. Pepper plants, I took a nice sized pepper off of this plant here. I've got 3 in this container. The eggplants are continuing to put on blooms, and then the entire thing falls off. So I don't know if they do the same thing as is it squash that'll put out a ton, or maybe it's cantaloupe that'll put out a ton of flowers. They all fall off because they're all the male flowers, and then the female flower makes at the very end of its blossoming season, something like that. The other tomato, again, some more flowers. More flowers. 6 new pepper plants. These are the, I can't remember what they call this, the Yummy Bell. What a stupid name. I don't know who thinks of these things. Probably a little 9-year-old in a coloring book or something. The Santa Fe Grande. These are chili peppers. So these things, the Yummy Bells, are supposed to be smaller snack size peppers, if there are such a thing. So we'll see. This is the other Park Schwapper tomato plant that I have, and it's got the same thing as the potatoes. Don't understand it. As you can see over here, this is the other Sun Gold, and you can just look at this thing and see whatever has gotten a hold of this. It has just destroyed the leaves, and the plant's dying, and it's got a lot of tomatoes on it. These are the 2 new patio tomatoes that I got. Got those and the ones over there to replace these that are dying. This one has not put on 1 tomato, not even 1 blossom, and I don't know why. My I think 3rd attempt now at growing strawberries. Tried a different soil, different planter, and we're already seeing browning of the leaves. Somebody can tell me what I'm doing wrong, I'd appreciate it, because I have no idea. I'm not doing anything out of the ordinary. The dirt is, it's just a good mulch combined with some topsoil and some composted dirt with worm castings in it. I mean, it's doing fine for everything else, so I don't understand. But anyway, peach tree is doing very well. The La Feliciana seems to be doing okay. I've got some predation on these leaves going on, but nothing that looks like it's really tearing up the tree in a really bad way. Got a lot of new shoots. It's funny that almost nothing came back out of the existing stems. Everything is below these. So I'm gonna have to do some cutting back midsummer, and then the ever faithful sour orange, again, just completely covered in these little tiny sour oranges. I mean, there's got to be at least 100 on this tree. It's amazing. So that's it. I've got some Meyer lemons coming on now. We'll see how many of them it can hang on to. And my pomegranate is doing fine, getting tall. It's not bushing out as much as it was before. So, like I say, I don't have much. I'm doing as much as I can with what I got, and that's what we got to do. Do what you can with what you got. And I'll say see you later.